And a good Monday morning to you. It's time to talk technology with our tech expert, Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group. We do these little talks with Luis 4 times on Mondays, starting in the morning with a couple of editions, and then we repeat in the afternoon. Luis, welcome back to Power Talk.
Thank you, my friend. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. So we have an interesting story today, and it is that the White House, in the waning days of the Biden administration, and by the way, today being the 20th, it's inauguration day for the new president, but the White House has launched a U.S. Trustmark security program. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so this is something that has been in the works for a while, and it really is something that the FCC has been pushing to essentially provide a voluntary program for companies who adhere to certain standards, being able to use what is called the U.S. Trustmark. Think of it as like the old Underwriters Laboratory UL certification that people would seek. So this is kind of that type of mark. And the reason they want to do it is they want to let people know who are buying consumer products for their homes that these companies have done their due diligence and have made those products cyber secure. So you don't have to necessarily worry about putting them on your home network.
I would imagine there are things that companies have to do in order to earn the trust mark.
Yeah, there's a whole list of things that they have to adhere to, not just in terms of hardware and software security, but also the way that they set up things like passwords. So if you buy a device and you plug it in and it has the Cyber Trust Mark, one of the first things it'll do is say, hey, you have to change the default password on this device to something new, as opposed to consumers not knowing that there's a password there, and that might let the bad guys into their network. So it's going to start with consumer products like speakers, headphones, TVs, those sorts of things, but eventually it'll spread into other products. So you'll start to see this U.S. Cyber Trust Mark, I think, at stores sometime later this year.
Two of the biggest retailers, Best Buy and Amazon, have signed on for this program right away. In this age of divided and divisive politics, it's interesting to note that the adoption of these standards by the FCC was a unanimous 5-0 vote. That doesn't happen often.
That tells you how important it is for the FCC, in their mind, to protect consumers from potential cyber threats.
That's Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, joining us today on Power Talk. Online, it's alvareztg.com. At AlvarezTG is the X handle, and Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-I-Team. That's 866-784-8326.